the world center of racing, the virtual Daytona International Speedway, is ready to host the PitStop TV debut of the Outlaws Sim Series with their preseason exhibition race of the Clash. 50 laps around this high-speed playground. Let's go! Welcome to the virtual Daytona Beach, Florida. Jacob Zala, I am so glad to be back here with you, covering a series that is near and dear to our hearts. And our new PitStop TV colleague, Vincent Cortez, is along for the ride on our social media coverage this evening for his first taste of Outlaws Sim Series action. As I said, Jacob, 50 laps around the high banks of Daytona. Tell us more about the famed multi-purpose racing facility.
Well, like you said before, Emerson, this is the world center of racing, Daytona International Speedway. 31 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2, 31 degrees of banking in 3 and 4, and then you get to the tricky tri-oval with 18 degrees of banking there. It's going to be a lot of action, a lot of bump drafting. 50 laps around this track. Don't get your hopes up early. We'll see who comes out on top at Daytona.
Absolutely, and I say multi-purpose racing facility. On the right side of your screen, you'll see the back straightaway chicane. If you've seen any races here at Daytona, you would have noticed that there is a road course here and many other versions of tracks here that cater to all sorts of motorsport bodies. But here tonight, we're with the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series vehicles ready to do action, ready to do battle here tonight for 50 laps at Daytona. We'll get into the race a little bit more in a little bit, but first I want to kind of preface the event. First of all, tonight's race is the Outlaws Clash. It is the preseason event before our 22 race schedule in these trucks. We're coming here to Daytona International Speedway as the season opener, which was not the season opener last season. Last season, we ran a 36 race schedule of NASCAR Xfinity cars. When I say last season, though, it was this league's first season. This is a group of drivers that primarily started from consoles. We ran a console league, through the Technics games and up through the 704 games. And by the time we got, through Heat 4 in the middle of last year, we were just like, all right, it's time to go to iRacing. So we all pretty much left our consoles behind. Everybody pretty much got PCs and iRacing memberships, and last season, 36 races in NASCAR Xfinity Series cars with realistic NASCAR Xfinity Series race lengths. This league averaged just under 3 cautions a race, which I think is phenomenal. I think it speaks volumes to the type of drivers that we have in this field tonight and in this league in general. And man, I cannot wait to get to the action. But tonight's race, Jacob, there's a stage break, if you are not even a stage break, a segment break, because there's no points up for grabs at all tonight. The segment break at lap 31. You think about it, these drivers run 50% fuel loads, Jacob. 31 laps, that leaves about 19 left. What are you thinking? What are you thinking prior to that lap 31 caution and then afterwards?
I think you're thinking, you're definitely thinking about the fuel. You know you're gonna have to pit. I think here you're hoping for another caution to come out, so everybody is forced to pit. So then that doesn't affect you that much. But if that caution doesn't come out, then I guess you're just gonna have to try and beat your other competitors, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a fun night.
Absolutely. I want to preface this also by this is the now second day of back-to-back restrictor plate racing action. Last night we had the FTRL substitute 150 at the Talladega Superspeedway. Man, oh man, that was a blast for 57 laps, 1 caution in the middle of that race, and an absolutely wild final lap. But coming up here on the channel, we have the MSRA National Series as opposed to the Truck Series that are taking an off week this week. By the way, they'll be back at Knoxville next Thursday night. But this week, Friday night, Road America in NASCAR Xfinity Series cars. Boy, I love Road America. I love that track, and I cannot wait. I'm so pumped to be covering that with my good friends JP Costa and Cole Freilich over there for the MSRA National Series. That will be a fun show. Monday night, we have the BRP Pro Dirt Late Model Tour. They're at Fairbury Speedway, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to want to catch the action there. And we'll continue plate racing action next Tuesday night with the Nork iRacing Series. They're in their 13th season of action and race number 13 and 14 this Tuesday night. The Talladega Duels, 30 laps apiece. Those Nort drivers, no pit stops in those 30 lap duels, will have 30 laps to go all out. That will be so much fun. And then next Wednesday night, we're here back at the Daytona International Speedway, one week removed from the Outlaws Clash, for the season opener of this 22 race truck schedule. But don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break here and we'll step aside. We'll be right back with practice coverage, and we'll talk to some of the drivers that did well in last year's Clash and what are the game plans coming into tonight's 50 lap event. But don't go away. We'll be right back to the action here from the Daytona International Speedway.
Found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome back, race fans, here to the Daytona International Speedway. We're here for the Outlaws Sim Series Clash at Daytona. The preseason event, 50 laps on the docket for tonight. A shortened event for most of the races on the schedule, but that means it's an action-packed night here for the Outlaws Sim Series and their Gunman Truck Series here tonight. Before we get too far into the action tonight, I want to give a shout out to our partners and sponsors here at PitStop TV, those of Tucson Sound Art. And how about your picture, your music? You provide the image that you want and they will custom create a beautifully framed high quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. With Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Make sure you visit TucsonSoundArt.com for more info and use promo code PitStop TV at checkout for an additional 10% off of your purchase. Ever wish you could have a race engineer on speed dial? Well, now you can, thanks to RacePace, a driver development service and setup shop all in one. Work with Tyler, a real-world race engineer, to step up your game before your next race. They have tons of sports car setups, and I've used a few of them, and man, they are beauts to drive. Those are some very fast, very stable cars. I enjoy driving a RacePace setup. Y'all would too. Make sure y'all pick up pace with RacePace. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. With locations in Auburn, Lewiston, Naples, and Saco, Maine, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine owner Ashley Bowyer is a certified micropigmentation specialist who provides professional, safe, and personalized services. You can contact permanentmakeupinmaine.com. You can contact Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine at permanentmakeupinmaine.com, or you can call or text them at 207-358-8683. Whiplash Media specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. The official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV, you can grab your iBroadcast cameras today at www.pitstoptv.com. And of course, BAM Racing Videos, by a race fan for the racing community. And now, Jacob, we are into the practice session tonight, and you look at it, and how about it? Joshua Balliet, one of our Championship 4 drivers, is up there on the charts. Looking pretty stout tonight. We know how aggressive he can be at the plate tracks, and we know if he's paired up with some of his teammates and some of his friends up there, he will be one of the forces to be reckoned with out in front. Looks like we lost Jacob for the moment. Trying to see if we can get him back here. But while we do that, we're going to go ahead and start kicking off our pre-race show. We're going to get right into it with interviews, and I think it would be fitting to interview somebody who not only finished in the top 5 last season, but I think more importantly, this driver was top of the point standings last season. And I hear you bring your own kind of crowd with you tonight, Seth. Not like you don't do that, no. But Seth, you won the championship last season. Of course, you all, for this event specifically, you finished in the top 5 after a wild race. Now you come here with open setups and trucks. What are you feeling setting yourself up for a much shorter schedule? But I think that means every race is much more important. So, yeah, what are you feeling coming to a season like this?
Honestly, I think it's going to feel like being a rookie all over again. I've never worked with open setups like this. So it's definitely going to be a big challenge. And with the shorter schedule, every race is definitely going to matter a lot more. Less opportunities to make up bad races. So definitely got to be on the top of the game every single week.
Absolutely. And Seth, you come into tonight's race, again, with the top 5 last season. You think about last season's race, there's only about 19 cars entered into that event, but only about 5 or 6 finished on the lead lap. What's the game plan for tonight's race? Again, they're trucks as opposed to Xfinity cars, but still, I think, a little bit of running that race, 40 laps is last season. This season, it's 50 laps. Can give you kind of an outlook into today's race. What are you feeling there?
You can only really just try to control what you can control, and honestly, there's almost nothing to control. Sometimes you could ride in the back, which I didn't in the first race of the playoffs last year at this track. I don't know which race it was, but I was riding in the back and I still got wrecked. So can't control much, and just gotta do your best, man.
Absolutely. All right, Seth. So when you think of Daytona, I mean, other than the top 5, it hasn't been your best friend. What do you think of Daytona? Is it more or less just, anything can happen, you'll let anything happen? Or is there any sort of confidence that comes with you when you come to a track like this? Or what do you feel of plate races, I guess, in general?
You definitely got to be confident, just because you got to be decisive with your moves. That's how you get back to the front. But,
Wow.
Yeah, you got to be decisive with your moves. I'm going 3 wide, fuck it. So, yeah, man, just be decisive, be confident, but really, it's all luck, honestly. If races went my way, I was running up front, but just bad luck.
Fair enough, Seth. All right, we're going to give you the floor here. Who do you got to shout out? Who do you got to thank for, I guess, helping you get it done last season? But, you know, putting you in this truck this season, getting you ready to run this race. And, there they go, up and over several cars. But, yeah, who do you got to shout out? Who do you got to thank?
Thanks to Burger Nation for supporting all last season. Hope you guys can enjoy the ride this season and hopefully have the same outcome as last year. That's the goal.
Well, there you go. Last season's champion and a top 5 finisher in last season's Clash, Seth Berger. His wrecked number 77 Chevrolet Silverado there now tows back to the pit lane. Seth, best of luck to you in tonight's race. We'll be watching you closely. Hopefully we'll talk to you on the far side.
All right, thank you.
And that was driver of the number 77, Seth Berger. And another driver I'm going to bring in here, I'm going to hand him off to Jacob Zala here. It's going to be last season's 5th place finisher in the Clash, Kevin Thompson. Jacob?
Kevin Thompson, you finished 5th here last season at the Clash. Is there anything you could do tonight in that 89 truck to maybe get better in the finishing order tonight?
Don't get caught off at a wreck.
Well, that sounds about right. Tonight, we're back at Daytona. What is your favorite part about this racetrack?
The flat-out speed and drafting, side-by-side racing.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. 50 laps on the docket. I'm going to ask my favorite question now. I think everybody from last year should know what this question is. How many cautions do you think we're going to have tonight, Kevin?
The way practice is going, I'll say 3.
That's what we like to hear. All right, Kevin, before we let you go, is there anyone that you want to shout out for your run last season and maybe into this season?
Yeah, my teammates at Twisted Axle and my family that watches every Wednesday night.
All right, well, if that's it, then we're going to go ahead and let you go. Best of luck to you, and hopefully we see you at the top tonight, Kevin.
Thank y'all, and y'all have a good night calling it.
Absolutely, and of course, last season's 5th place finisher in the Clash, Kevin Thompson. He made the playoffs last season as well, looking to duplicate that run, maybe even make it better, see what kind of a run he can pull off this season around. Again, we do have a playoffs. We'll get to all that, especially with next season's season opener at Daytona. It'll be, I guess, more evident and more important to bring up then because we do have a win in your in system, provided you make 75% of the races and all that jazz. But more of that will be explained at the season opener next week. But we're going to go ahead and bring in a man who, he finished 3rd in last season's Clash, driver of the number 56. Not only that, he is the one running this whole shebang. Tonight, he is race control. Last season, he was driver of number 56. Adam Gardner, welcome aboard. How do you feel about, this whole event, this whole, partnership with PitStop TV, everything that has kind of pieced itself together tonight?
Honestly, I'm really excited about it. We got some new faces this season, and pretty excited about that. Some of them are pretty well known. Some it'll be pretty cool to see where things go from there. And but yeah, decided after last season's growth and with seeing how things were going, decided to step out of the truck seat for this season and go ahead and implemented a few changes and want to just get the best overall picture to see it, make sure they all work like they're supposed to and we expect them to. And give the guys that worked race control last season for me a chance to go ahead and get out there and do some racing. Because I definitely appreciate them taking care of that for me last season. And yeah, so yeah, honestly a little disappointed about not being out there. I mean, that's just the competitor in me, but definitely excited to see where things are going to go this season and how they progress. A lot of excitement. The preseason showed competition level that I haven't seen in quite a long time, and really got me excited and looking forward to what we're going to see out here on track.
Absolutely. So you ran this race last season, Adam. You got 3rd in it. It was wild. We had 19 entries into that, about only 5 or 6 on the lead lap there at the end. what are you expecting in tonight's race? 10 laps longer. There's a competition caution on lap 31. What is your mindset? I guess as race controller, but what are you expecting tonight from your field?
Well, like you said, last season's Clash, it was our very first league race as far as on the iRacing system. So it was a little bit crazy at times. But at the same time, we wrapped up our preseason last week with a race at Tega, kind of shake off the rust, get people used to the effects of the draft again in a little bit more forgiving situations. And we went almost that entire race caution-free. It was just a couple laps to go, and one driver made a move that was just a little bit misjudgment, and they ended up having one wreck in it. But I really, with the reputation these guys have and the discipline shown at a lot of the races last year, with as many as we went green flag from start to finish, I think they can put on a heck of a show tonight. Do I think there's going to be a big wreck? Probably. One of the big changes from last season is they don't have this safety net of a fast repair. So that should calm things down a little bit and make people think a little bit more before making that move, knowing they don't have that get out of jail free card. But at the same time, it just, it's going to put more of an emphasis on not making a mistake than we already had before. There was really a very little margin of error without suffering a big time track position loss.
Right on. Real quick, I know a lot of people were, not happy with the move to open setups, and a lot of people were. But to you, what was, I guess, the main reason the transition from fixed to open setups and, Xfinity Series cars to trucks?
As far as from the Xfinity cars to the trucks, it goes along with the decision to go with the open setups. The fixed setups were nice. They gave us some good racing. But at the end of the day, those are really just catered to one specific driving style. And if those fit your driving style and the feel you're looking for, you were going to excel by leaps and bounds. And if it just didn't mesh with someone, they could be one of the best racers in the world, but they're going to finish at the back of the pack every week. And with opening up the setups, it gives everyone a chance to get race with that feel they're looking for. And that's just like I was saying earlier, the preseason alone, the competition level itself was absolutely through the roof. There were names that we normally didn't see at the front of the pack last season that were right up there battling for the win and contending for top fives, top threes. And I think part of the biggest reason we decided to go with the trucks is to go along with that. It is a learning process. For the most part, this is everybody's real first foray into open setups. So the trucks are a little bit more forgiving, so it kind of helps take away some of that learning curve. And so with everything between people being able to have that better feel and that little bit more forgiveness driving, it should definitely ramp things up a bit.
Absolutely. All right, Adam, I'm going to give you the floor here. Who do you got to shout out? Who do you got to, thank for, I guess, helping you put this on or putting this on?
Definitely a big thanks goes back to Pratt Stone and Tile. They're continuing from last season as our Pole Award presenter. Wanted to actually thank you for putting in a lot of the work that you put in and helping to get this set up with PitStop TV. And want to thank everybody out there in Outlaws Nation. We put on our shows for you guys every week, and we love the fact that y'all are coming back to watch another season with us, and it's been a hell of a ride, and we look forward to many more.
Absolutely. All right, Adam, I know you're a busy man. We're getting close to qualifying here, so we're going to leave you to it. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to bring the action to all the viewers here tonight. And, I guess best luck to you as race controller tonight.
Yeah, we look forward to putting on a good show for you guys tonight, and definitely want to appreciate everyone for coming out, check us out, and look forward to putting on a heck of a year too. Anyone that watched last season and seasons before knows the show that these guys are capable of being able to put on, and now being able to get that feel you're looking for, you're going to see a whole world of difference, and it's going to be all for the better.
Absolutely. And that was league owner Adam Gardner. He was driver to number 56 last season, and he finished third in last season's Clash. But I think, you know, he did his whole season in the Xfinity car. He's kind of stepping back into his role now as race controller. And I think that is that's awesome. You know, he was able to, you know, he had his fun, and now he's like, all right, you know, I'm gonna focus and make sure that, you know, everything's right from, you know, the eyes in the sky. But Jacob, 50 laps at Daytona, that's not a lot of time. But like I mentioned before, you know, we had a lot, and I mean a lot of incidents last season that put a lot of drivers behind the 8 ball in the middle and towards the end of that race. What are you expecting in a race like this tonight?
Well, I'm expecting some drivers, as again, like Adam said earlier, there is no fast repair, so I'm expecting a little bit more of maybe some single file racing. Maybe people trying to take it really, really easy, not try and go anywhere yet, because again, that safety net isn't there. They're not able to go down and get a fast repair. They have to keep that truck clean, and if not, then you're done. So I think we're going to see a lot of people just staying single file, just like you would see in a real life race.
Fair enough. And then, so once again, the only, I guess, real parameter for this race is that there is a competition caution, a segment break, if you will, at the completion of lap 31, which is 19 laps to go when you get to that mark. And these drivers, they're running 70% fuel load, so it's really right there, you know, right. I think that caution might be coming out right on the pit window. What do? Do you pit at the caution? Do you pit before the caution? You know, there's going to be a whole mess of strategy going on around that lap 31 point. We saw, you know, last season they went about 30 laps on fuel. Can you stretch it to that caution? I mean, what do? All of those questions and more will be answered in about 40 minutes. We're at 100% fuel, so that's actually that will still, you know, beg the question, what do you do with pit strategy tonight? But again, now 30 seconds left here in practice. Time is ticking over. We have a 10-minute single truck qualifying session coming up next, and then we're gonna get right into the action. We're gonna be right here with you anyway. We're gonna take a quick moment. We're gonna go side by side here as practice ticks down. We'll be right back with the qualifying coverage.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
SoundArt is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it SoundArt. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? SoundArt gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, Art never sounded so good.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Daytona International Speedway. We're now into qualifying coverage here for the preseason exhibition race, the Outlaws Sim Series Clash at Daytona. And Tommy Gossett has rocketed to the top of the charts in his 00 Chevrolet Silverado. Look at him right up on that outside. This is actually the second lap that he's on and running that outside lane. I'm kind of confused. Well, you know what, though? His setup might allow it to be faster. You know, maybe he's able to hold a steady wheel in the center of the corner. But here he comes across the line, and Tommy Gossett, he did not improve that lap.
I wonder if he might have been just trying something there, and maybe it didn't work out. But as we see now, Balliet was pulled off. Balliet in second right now. I don't think we expected to see that so far throughout this run. We knew he was going to come back, but to run second right out of the gate was something I don't think we expected to see.
Well, here we go. Driver number 65, Kyle Lingerfelt, as he works his way through the trial, but this is going to be his first timed lap that he's put. Actually, there's 3 laps to qualifying. That's right. I forgot. So we have 3 laps to our qualifying time. So Tommy Gossett is probably setting himself up for that final lap. And here comes Tommy Gossett across the line on the apron. And that will... It did not go fastest, actually. So here we go. Now, I forgot about that. We have 3 laps, single truck qualifying. That adds a whole new strategy element to this race.
Yep, that really does. Now you can slack a little bit on some laps, on like lap 1 or 2, but then you really have to go hard on lap 3. Get that good lap time in. Try and get the pole as we see Malco cross the line. Where will he place? Still second. I don't think he improved that lap.
Yep, that lap for Balliet did not do it. I think we're still actually watching these drivers work. I think they're on their line. Tommy Gossett's going to go ahead and practice his pit entry. Let's see. Let's look around and see who we've got also on the track. How about the champion and Burger Nation's driver, Seth Berger from Illinois himself? He comes across the line. That time will put him 5th, quickest out of 8. And that might do it for Seth. We'll look around and see who else we've got on the track. And how about Dan Park? I know he got a top 5 in the second Daytona race last season that Joseph Causey was the winner of. But here comes Dan Park in that Monster Energy number 6 Chevrolet Silverado.
We'll have to see how fast that 6 can run. Looks like he's using the middle lane right now. He's just going to keep it to the middle until he can find his speed and try and get the pole.
We're riding on board here, so we can try to see what kind of speed he's trying to pick up here. I've seen a lot of drivers get around 170 miles per hour, and Dan Park is just... he is not doing that. I don't know if this is necessarily a qualifying setup. He's about 10 miles per hour off the pace. This is very intriguing at the least. We'll catch up with another driver, and how about it? We'll catch up with the 19 of Christian Converse, who's holding our gyro cam. We'll watch him get up to speed here. Driver of the number 19, very fast in his starts last season. Christian Converse still looking for his first Outlaw Sim Series win, though. And Converse getting up to speed here in his number 19 truck.
Yeah, like you said, Converse looking for his first win. He had some good runs early on. You just got to keep it going, keep those good runs, and then he might find a way to sneak into victory lane.
So we're allowing times to play out here. We'll catch up, how about, with Devin Smith as he works his way down. I believe he is just running the low side. He's coming around to complete his 3rd timed lap. Devin Smith does not improve. Matthew Setzer is on his 3rd timed lap as well. So we'll watch Matthew Setzer to see what he can do in his number 5 Chevrolet Silverado.
I have something to note here. It looks like in 3rd place we have a guy that we cover on Thursday nights, John Binder, in 3rd place.
Yeah, how about Thursday night, John Binder? John Binder, he won the last MSRA Truck Series event that was here on PitStop TV last Thursday night at the Pocono Raceway. That was a fun one to cover, and John Binder was the one to steal the show after the top 2 drivers in that race, Alan Dobbs and I believe it was Matt Dyer. They made contact, and John Binder, he was just there to take it away. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not Binder. John Gifford won the race. John Binder there in 3rd. John Gifford, though, in 6th is the one who won at Pocono. I'm sorry, the 2 Johns from MSRA. That's I can't believe it hasn't got me caught up there. Anyway, we're watching this driver drive with number 71, Jeremiah Stutzman. We watched him get a pole last season in the playoff Daytona race. As Jeremiah Stutzman works his way around the high banks of Daytona, he's still got another couple laps to go before he gets there, but 2 minutes left on the clock. We're going to start seeing this starting grid start to lock in. Actually, Jeremiah Stutzman, one of the last drivers out there on the track. You also have Farron Elam Jr. and Jesse Adams.
Yeah, and for Jeremiah Stutzman, it was a tough break last season, getting eliminated late at Charlotte. But he has another chance to come back here in the open setup trucks and try running for another championship, as some of the guys who were competing last season for the championship are not here tonight.
Right, 2 of our championship 4 not in the field tonight. Like Max Service is not in actually Max Service is in, but we do not have Adrian Schumacher. Adrian Schumacher, the only driver of last season's Final 4 not to enter into tonight's event. Farron Elam Jr. continues to work his way around the Daytona International Speedway, and I believe actually, yeah, he has already set his 3rd and final lap time. So we're now just waiting on Jeremiah Stutzman as he works his way through down the back straightaway on his way to turns 3 and 4.
So we watch him take turn 3, going into 4. Out of 4 now. Will Jeremiah Stutzman get any time to gain? Will he grab a pole with 50 seconds left to go in the session?
It'll go second quickest for Jeremiah Stutzman, but he's still got one more lap. Can he get anything on his final lap? He's giving her.
He's going to be giving her, but can he get anything to get to Gossett? He needs to run a little quicker so he can get that pole and beat Gossett off of it.
So we just watched Jeremiah Stutzman. We await. Will he get around to the start-finish line in time? It might not be enough time. Stutzman continue to track his way around. If he's trending into green, we'll have to find out as he works his way through turns 3 and 4. Jeremiah Stutzman, I don't know if he's going to get here in time.
I don't think he's going to make it in time.
To the line, 1 second. That's it. Time has expired, and he will not get to set a lap time in tonight's race. So he'll still start on the front row, but he might have potentially been able to snag pole there. I guess we'll never know, because our pole sitter at the end of the 10-minute qualifier session, 3-lap qualifying session, Tommy Gossett is our pole sitter. Again, that may be a name that sounds familiar. That's a Nork driver there in that 00. He'll be starting on the pole here for the Outlaws Sim Series Clash. Alongside of him, the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman, last season's Auto Club Oval winner. Row number 2, we go to 3-time race winner last season, Joshua Balliette, and alongside of him, Christian Converse. Row number 3, we'll find a newcomer to the series, John Binder, and the 32 of Jeremy Poole. Row number 4, we will find us 31 of Brad Bothwell and last season's champion, Seth Berger. And in row number 5, we're going to find the 82 of John Gifford. That is the MSRA Pocono truck winner from last Thursday night. He'll start alongside driver of the number 95 and playoff driver last season, Devin Smith. Jacob?
Row number 6, we have the 5 of Matthew Setzer returning from last season, and the 65 of Kyle Lingerfeld also returning from last season. Row number 7, we have Daniel Park and Jesse Adams. Row number 8, Farron Elam Jr. and Greg Holt. Row number 9, Joshua Gathright and returning number 88, Joseph Causey. Row number 10, 81 of Max Service and the 24 of Jason Miz.
We find our way back to row number 11, and that 56, that's actually Adam Gardner's slot, but he's race controller tonight. That will not be his spot. But On the outside, row number 11, it'll be Seth Fitzpatrick. We go on back, we'll find last season's Clash winner, Joshua McClune. He will start 21st eventually when the 56 cycles out. And James Gilliard to his outside. James Gilliard is an aggressive one at plate tracks. He's going to be one to watch in that 33 truck. Find our way back to the next row. Garrett Velzy, he won Talladega, round number 3 last season. Look out for him to bring some speed. And Andrew Pratt in that number 75. Row number 14, returning to the Outlaws Sim Series after taking the season hiatus last season, Randall Barnett. And alongside of him last season, one of the 2 race controllers, Matt Rogers in that 96. Row number 15, we're going to find Joshua Fox and the other of the 2 race controllers from last season, John Mickey. We'll carry on to row number 16. We'll find Kevin Thompson and Eric Peck. Row number 17, we'll find Andrew Schroeder and Doug Solms. Row number 18, we'll find the 39 of Justin Miller. A 35 truck field for the Outlaws Sim Series Clash. Man, oh man, what a field size. As the field works their way through the high banks of turns 3 and 4, we'll take a look at the weather coming into tonight's race. Again, this track is in complete nighttime tonight. It is 81 degrees the track temp, basically 80 degrees the air temp. And look at those winds, 15 miles per hour out of the southeast. These trucks, they're going to be feeling it. So here we come off of turn number 4 for the Outlaw Sim Series. It's their debut on PitStop TV, but their second season as the iRacing.com safety vehicle pulls off into the safety of pit lane. We are green from Daytona. Down the back straightaway, Tommy Gossett holds the top spot over Joshua Balliet. Christian Converse, the top 3 and are clear. How about it is 4th on back that are double file. It is John Binder and John Gifford, the MSRA truck Johns, going at it for the 4th position. Gifford on the outside has a push from last season's champion Seth Berger.
These guys are going pretty single file here as we see Tommy Gossett still leading pretty big for him. I know he just joined the Outlaw Sim Series. I don't know much about him, but the only thing I know is he's a North driver. I know you know more about him, but getting pushed by Balliet, will Balliet carry him for most of this race? We'll have to see.
Yeah, Tommy Gossett, he led a lot of laps in the most recent North points paying event at the Auto Club Speedway. Was trying to make a strategy work out. I believe got a speeding penalty that put an end to his Auto Club race then. But he's here in the Outlaw Sim Series for, I guess, another go at a checkered flag. We're riding on board with Seth Berger, who is going an amazing push of John Gifford. That outside lane is now stalled out a little bit. The 31 of Brad Bothwell is up there now on the outside behind the 77 truck. The inside lane a little bit more formed up, but Bothwell with the fastest lap. Now Kevin Thompson. Now Eric Peck.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's going to be a lot of fast lap change, especially with everybody pushing. But will there be a wreck here early? We'll have to find out. These guys are racing pretty single file right now. Nothing too crazy like I said earlier.
Right now looking back off of Tommy Gossett's rear window. And now the outside lane is getting a huge run with John Gifford leading that. Tommy Gossett still holds the advantage out in front over Joshua Balliet. Balliet, the driver directly in front of your screens, directly behind Tommy Gossett. And look at that field of 35 trucks. They're all spread out. A lot of drivers taking it easy to start, but these drivers up front, especially the outside lane, they want to go forward. They want to be up here and leading.
Yeah, I agree. I think you want to at least get your lap led, get something to get your name out there. Because again, this isn't a points paying race. I think you just want to get to the lead and get your name out there for maybe somebody to see.
Potentially, I think, maybe this is, a little bit of practice for next week because, of course, we're coming back here in 1 week's time for the season opener, 80 laps at the Daytona International Speedway, and we're trying to maybe see what kind of runs you can punch in this draft. We saw yesterday the FTRL boys Man, they put on an amazing show. They were 3 wide or 4 wide on lap 2. These trucks punch such a great hole in the air that everybody's able to just suck up right up to the truck in front of them and really give a great push. And you see Balliet's been able to do that to the back end there, the rear tailgate of Tommy Gossett.
Yeah, he's been all over the back bumper of Tommy Gossett. Tommy Gossett leading the 5 laps we've ran here so far. But we'll have to see if maybe Balliet jumps to the outside or tries a move as they're getting a little wiggly right now. Just moving a little bit back and forth, but Tommy Gossett's still leading.
Oh, truck in the grass! I believe that's the 32 of Jeremy Poole. I think he's maybe just trying to drop to the back, and he got the grass, and now he's flirting with the apron, trying to hold on to that truck.
Oh man, Big Loose, that apron will hurt you if you get down to it, but it looks like he saves it and doesn't wreck back up in front of the field, and he's able to keep on going.
Well, we'll see here right now, scored in the 27th position. He was up there in 6th. So Jeremy Poole, I don't know if that was intentional, but he dropped straight down to running order, and he's back there now in the final quarter of the field. And Joseph Causey has ended up setting the fastest lap from the 20th position. Check this out.
Ooh, Gossett almost got wrecked. They're going to make it 3 wide.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. It's getting sticky here with 6 laps into this race.
Joshua Balliet, he said he's not going to run second anymore. Balliet and Gossett, if you did not watch last night, they'd actually had a run-in last night. They brought out the only caution in the FTRL Substitute 150 last night at Talladega. They were 3 wide trying to negotiate a lap truck. So at the moment, they were 4 wide going into turn 3 at Talladega. They came together, they made contact, and there was big damage to the lap truck of James Simmons. And Tommy Gossett and Balliet also had damage to their vehicles. So maybe is this a little bit carrying over from last night with Gossett and Balliet getting into it?
It could have been. Balliet, you know, he does like to hold grudges, but not a lot. As we see Gossett back to the lead, he was able to control the lead, and now he's going to try and get pushed again by Balliet, and we'll see if Balliet tries to push him out of the way again.
Yeah, I don't know if this is, him necessarily holding a grudge, more or less maybe having fun, and maybe he didn't even mean to tag him the way he did. But nonetheless, I just find that so ironic. The 2 drivers that came together, brought out the only caution last night, are the 2 drivers running first and second on the inside lane tonight. They're working with one another. But how about John Gifford? Now he's got a great push from Seth Berger. Brad Bothwell in that 31 as well, trying to get up there and give some steam to that outside lane. Now jumping out of line, I believe that's a 19 of Christian Converse, who bows out for the time being on the outside lane as well. John Binder and Theron Elam Jr. Now John Gifford to the race lead.
Oh, getting really tight there, almost making it 3 wide. Gifford almost got turned by a Berger there.
I think Gifford was maybe trying to clear down, but wasn't even close. Tommy Gossett and Balliet back to the lead and clear to the lead. Here comes John Binder trying to take third away. Binder all over the yellow line, painting the yellow line with his left side tires. Bothwell's dropped down to the inside. And how about the 55 of Jesse Adams working his way into the top 10?
I think it's cool to see that we have some of the drivers that we've broadcasted with get into this race tonight. And Tommy Gossett leading, especially being a Nork driver. He is still out there in front ahead of Balliet and Gifford, who are going at it right now.
I do find it pretty crazy. We have Nork drivers coming over, MSRA drivers coming over to the Outlaws Sim Series debut on PitStop TV. I find that phenomenal. It shows that, the other series we broadcast here on PitStop TV really enjoy the content, not only that we bring to that series, but maybe, the other series. And Max Service ends up going fastest. And how about there's the 48 of Garrett Velzy. I believe he tried to start from the pit lane. He's going 1 lap down early here. So a lot of time in this race for Garrett Velzy to get back into it. Now he falls back into the lucky dog position. 3 wide for the lead.
Oh man, Balliet trying to get the lead. He wants to control and not let Tommy Gossett do it, but can he get it as him and Berger, the 2 championship 4, are together now?
And remember, those two, they're teammates, and they were teammates last season as well. They're trying to get hooked up with one another. Balliet was in here. He was trapped on the inside lane, and Berger was kind of out there only with John Gifford. But now that those two are hooked up, do they have a plan to move forward? I mean, they're trying to anyway. Eric Peck now goes fastest on lap 11, and man, these laps are clicking by.
Yes, they are, and these drivers are keeping it really clean, especially racing side by side. I didn't think we would see side by side if somebody's getting loose.
That was Bothwell holding on to that 31 truck on the inside, but that means that inside lane has gotten really disorganized, and now Balliet and Berger. Balliet and Berger nearly wrecking each other there in the turn 3. They'll hold on to their trucks and continue on here, and Jesse Adams kind of the tail of his lead group, and then we fall back here to the 95 of Devin Smith. He's just kind of minding his own business here in the top 10, but way behind his lead draft. I think he sees what's going on up there.
Oh yeah, he definitely does. These guys are pushing hard up front, and they're trying to take the lead, and they're getting a little squirrely, and I think Devin Smith is waiting back a little bit and waiting for a wreck to happen.
So as they come off of turn number 2, and you really feel these trucks get loose from under you, coming into the corner, into 3 and into 1, and coming out of the corner. But the top 2 on the outside lane, Balliet and Seth Berger, clear to the race lead, and they now have control of this race.
Look at that, some familiar faces, first and second right now. Berger Nation, rise up. I'm so glad I get to say that again. It's been a while since I've been back, and I'm glad to be back here in the Outlaws Sim Series.
Absolutely. I'm so glad to have this series back on my plate and this series on PitStop TV. But how about Farron Elam Jr.? A great push from the 82 of John Gifford. He says, well, if I'm not going to have the 77 to work with, I'll work with whoever's here. Farron was the next truck that he could get. Now, Tommy Gossett joins Gifford up high, and the 3 trucks on the outside will overpower the 2 trucks on the inside. Farron Elam clears to the race lead. Balliet trying to find his way, and he gives a huge shot to 98, and then they're all going to go around. Up into the outside wall is the 98. Oh, no.
Well, we did say we see a big one. We didn't expect it to happen on lap 13.
My goodness, and wow, that is just how quickly things can happen here. Caution should be out on the speedway. Race control, Adam Gardner will get that caution queued up here soon. I'd imagine that there's some sort of conversation going on, but we're going to get a replay of what happened anyway to see just what happened with that incident. That was huge. So here we go with the replay, and it's down here down the back straightaway, and it's Balliet, and Farron Elam comes down to try to block that inside lane. Elam was a little undecided. He finally committed. I think Balliet just had so much speed. He gets into the back of the 98. Gifford goes around as well, and huge contact there between Farron Elam and the 63 of Randall Barnett. Balliet, big damage, and McClune, and now the caution comes out on the speedway.
Oh man, what a big wreck that was. It could have been on the 98, but I think it was just a racing ordeal there, and just a tough break. And again, these guys do not have a faster pair, so there are definitely going to be some trucks that are hurt from this one.
Right, in a 35 truck field, some of these boys are done for today. And let's watch it here. Now Farron's long clear, and I think Balliet, I don't know. I don't know if Balliet even did that. I think Farron might have caught the apron on his own.
Oh wow! As you see the Farron go right on top of Balliet.
I wanna ride on board with the 98 here, because I think he might have just got loose. I don't know if that was Balliet's fault at all. So right on board here with Farron Elam Jr., driver number 98. Getting a huge push out in front, and can't really tell, I guess, but you know what? He's on that yellow line more than anything into the corner, because I didn't see any contact between Balliet and Elam on the last replay.
Yeah, it might have been just him hitting the apron and the apron just sending him. And
man, look at how many trucks.
That wreck.
That's a lot of trucks involved in that one. Oh my goodness. Trying to see, you know, this whole incident. I think this camera might give a decent view of it. Try to see it here, and yep, here we go. Up above, was there contact? And no, I mean, there was contact clearly after, you know, Farron was sideways, but Farron going sideways was not on Balliet.
Yeah, I think it was the apron again. Like we said, the apron just sent him straight up and got him loose, and he spun around, and the big one happened after that.
Yeah, we'll take one more look at this big accident here in turns 3 and 4. And, I mean, once again, just a lot of good trucks taken out in this one. There you go, Gifford and Elam around, and Balliet, and you just see the massive amount of trucks clipped there. Balliet hard into the wall with Barnett, last season's winner at the Clash McClune. Several more trucks spinning out in the back trying to avoid it. So many people involved in this one. Pit stops are underway. So try to catch up here with the pit cycle. And we will see Tommy Gossett getting his left side tires. He is down and away. And we kind of await everybody else to try to make their way off the pit lane. There we go with the 33 of James Gilliard. And a lot of people, you know, maybe getting damage repairs more than anything. And here we go with Setzer, Devin Smith, Brad Bothwell, Joseph Causey, who was outside the top 20, now finds himself in the top 10.
Yeah, I think he might have just been waiting back for the first wreck, and I think he got through it, and now he's up there, and we'll have to see what that 88 of Joseph Causey can do now.
So right now, only 14 trucks have passed pit exit. We're still waiting with Jeremiah Stutzman and the rest of the crowd to see if they're going to work their way off the pit lane. Now we have a 15th truck, Andrew Schroeder, made his way off the pit lane, and now here comes Max Service. And a lot of drivers just getting damage repairs here. Now, here comes Stutzman off the pit lane behind Greg Holt, Balliet, and several more on the pit lane. We have, you know, Balliet, and Kevin Thompson actually comes off the pit lane. Seth Berger, Gifford is down and away. Dan Park in that wreck. Andrew Pratt, Matt Rogers, Kyle Lingerfelt, John Binder, and then several more laps down here at the toe back. Huge accident here. I believe we may be coming around and getting this 1 to green here. And the choose rule was there, and lights are off the pace truck, so I think the choose rule being used here. Tommy Gossett elects that inside lane.
Now look at that 00 of Tommy Gossett out in the lead again. And his competitors, Balliet and Berger, nowhere to be found.
So the field kind of works their way up, and again, they were able to elect what lane they wished to select. There weren't many trucks up here to select lanes anyway, but that was the case. Drivers were able to select their lanes. Did not really explain that, but as they come to the start-finish line on V1 to green, or coming to the 1 to green, the drivers will elect which lane they will restart in, and you know, you can restart in any lane, no matter what position you are in. The penalties will be cleared, of course, after the restart. And wow, this field of 35 trucks all of a sudden is really thin.
Yeah, they are, and we might see some come back with damage repairs, but others will probably be out of this race, and that was a big wreck to happen on lap 13 out of 50.
Huge, and we're working our first caution now here at the Daytona International Speedway. 4 lead changes tonight, and Tommy Gossett, the I think lone driver who had led laps that are still running. James Gilliard to his outside, Matthew Setzer, Devin Smith, Brad Bothwell, Justin T. Miller, Doug Solms, Seth Fitzpatrick, Jesse Adams, and Joshua Fox of the top 10. As the field of what's left of this field works their way down the front straightaway, the iRacing.com pace vehicle in the safety pit lane. We are racing once again from Daytona. as the field roars to life down the back straightaway here at Daytona. It's Gossett and Matthew Setzer, the front two that are on the inside lane, getting this group going. James Gilliard not getting that great of a push from Devin Smith. Bothwell wants to play there in third. Bothwell now clears himself up to the outside lane. You know, Gilliard wants to go forward. He's going to push Bothwell to the front. Tommy Gossett leads at the line, but for how much longer?
I think they're pushing, and they're going to try and clear Tommy Gossett. It looks like they might have it through the corner, and the 31 and 33 will jump down and clear Tommy Gossett.
Bothwell and Gilliard, they're teammates, by the way. They're at B&G Motorsports down there, and they got themselves clear to the lead. Gossett, with no team affiliation, jumps out high, trying to get Devin Smith to give some sort of push. 3 wide further on back. They sort themselves out. Tommy Gossett trying to get poor old Devin Smith to get him a push. He's not getting up there. He's not pushing him enough. Tommy Gossett's going to file his way back in line, back in front of Matthew Setzer. I don't know if Devin Smith really wants to push.
Yeah, Devin Smith might not. He might want to stay in back, and maybe he'll move to the back once he can get to the inside. We'll have to see. It looks like Smith is not trying to go up to the front just yet.
So now that we've gone through the entire process, there is 23 trucks still on the lead lap, and one of those being Kevin Thompson down on the pit lane again. And I believe, oh, was Kevin Thompson blowing up there? I believe Kevin Thompson, something amiss on that 89 truck. But Dan Park is the 22nd car in the running order, and last car on the lead lap, last car in the lead draft. So 22 competitive trucks out of this field of 35.
As we continue to see Bothwell leading, now we look at the 55 of Jesse Adams, who's had a great run so far, and he's right behind Matthew Setzer. Lap 21 out of 50 may have a chance to do something and might be able to go to the front.
Remember, Jesse Adams was in the top 10 before that big wreck, and he, I assume, missed it somehow because he's still in the top 10. How about the last remaining driver of last season's championship 4? Actually, Seth Berger's still in the field. But Max Service is up here in the mix, trying to make his way to the front by himself. Max Service, he was as low as 33rd. He's up to 4th.
He's had a great run. Great to see that that pink 81, not number pink, that pink 81 up front once again here in the Outlaws Sim Series.
Yeah, Max Service currently on a drought of wins. He is now on a 31 race winless streak, and though even if he were to get the checkered flag today, it would not count as a points race win. I think he just needs any sort of checkered flag. 31 races, that is a lot. He was a 2-time winner last season, but both of his wins last season came in the first 5 races. So again, Max Service looking for some sort of momentum coming into this season.
And he just leaves Gossett out to dry. Now Gossett is stuck with no one to help him. That's going to hurt Tommy Gossett.
You know, it comes down to maybe who does, he know more. I think, he saw Gossett lead all his laps potentially, but doesn't really know how to work with Gossett. And not that he necessarily knows how to work with James Gilliard either, but he's at least raced Gilliard a little bit more than he's raced Tommy Gossett. So that could just have been, one, seeing the hole to his inside to file himself back in line, but also name association and just seeing, some sort of familiar name up here to himself, Max Service at least.
Yeah, it could have been, but Tommy Gossett didn't lose as much spots as I think he would. I think Setzer let him back in the line, and Tommy Gossett's going to try and get to the front again at some point in this race.
Look who's trying to move forward. Wasn't this guy in the wreck? Driver of the number 82, John Gifford. He's still up here, and he's giving her. And now Tommy Gossett jumps out of the line, trying to give John Gifford any sort of slipstream as Gifford tries his hardest to side draft the 55 of Jesse Adams. Here we go into turn 3. Nearly contact there between Gifford and Adams. They work their way past a slow truck on the inside lane. And now Tommy Gossett all by himself. And now look at back there. We got a train of 4 trucks trying to work their way forward.
Yeah, it looks like the inside might start to form. These guys have to get to the front, though, first for that inside to work as we see Max Service jump out to the outside.
And Service, he just wanted to get in front of Tommy Gossett. He's seen how aggressive Tommy Gossett's been. But Max Service jumps out of line and he's going forward. Remember, we have a mandatory caution, a competition caution at the completion of lap 31. Who is going to be leading at the end of lap 31? At the moment, halfway through lap 25, it's max service, but look at this field come to life. Two by two, Joseph Causey was outside the top 20, not 10 laps ago. Joseph Causey now works his way to the second truck on the outside lane as Max Service leads at Daytona.
What a run Max Service has had. Now, like you said, he was 33rd at one point. Now he's at the lead. He has the lead, and he might be able to contain it before that caution comes out, but we'll have to see. This is Daytona. Anything can happen.
Now Joseph Causey giving the greatest of pushes to Tommy Gossett. Now he jumps out of line from Tommy Gossett. Now Tommy Gossett to the sucker hole. Causey's got Miz in tow. Greg Holt, Christian Converse, that's a whole team on the outside lane.
And Tommy Gossett's going to try and file in, and he gets there, squeezing that guy behind him. But will he be able to get back to the front?
Joseph Causey now leads that outside lane with all the push from Jason Miz. Is Miz's truck getting hot? I don't know, but is Causey going to get to the front before any of that matters? Joseph Causey with his entire posse is coming forward. Jason Miz, Greg Holt, Christian Converse, and I believe they have Andrew Schroeder in tow. What a tow to the front from Joseph Causey.
Yeah, Joseph Causey was in the back for a little bit. Like I said, he was in the top 10. We'll have to see if he tries something.
Oh,
no!
no!
Almost gets into
Bothwell there.
Bothwell there.
Tommy Gossett will find his way back in line behind the 47 truck of Andrew Schroeder and now behind the 33 of James Gilliard. Now we come off of turn number 4. There is 4 laps to go until that competition caution. Joseph Causey, the leader, out in front of Max Service at the line. And this outside lane, this field has come to life when Causey and his posse have worked their way forward.
Yeah, that posse really pushed the excitement into this one. It's been an exciting race, but he pushed it to be more exciting now before we get that caution.
Jason Miz giving all his push. I want to see what those gauges look like on the inside at 24, who jumps out of line. He might have gotten hot, but he's going to the race lead. Jason Miz to the lead of the Outlaws Clash. Here comes Joshua Gaff right into the mix as well. Jason Miz is going to lead his first lap tonight. You'll see a tick over right there. And Jason was as low as 29th today, started just inside the top 20, and he's to the lead.
I think these guys were just waiting. I think they were waiting for the right time to get to the front, and they've taken the opportunity now. And we see Jason Miz, again, like you said, leading his first lap, and now they've went to the front.
Well, how short-lived that is. Joseph Causey's getting the greatest of pushes now from Greg Holt. Joseph Causey's just getting straight-up pushed to the lead. But Greg Holt and now Christian Converse come to the rescue of Joseph Causey. And you know what? Maybe Miz getting down there was to control both lines. We saw this whole posse control the last good chunk of laps in the playoff race at Daytona. And I think that may be the plan once again. But, you know, they're trying to get themselves up here for the restart more than anything.
Yeah, they are. They want to get that good restart. They want to win. Even though it's not a points race, they want to take the checkered flag tonight.
Well, you know what? They're more or less practicing for next week. This is, you know, a dress rehearsal, if you will, for the season opener. You know, they're going to be running these same setups, you know, next week at Daytona. It's going to be how well do you work with your group, and if your whole group can get together in the clash and see if you can control both lines as we come to 1 lap to go in this segment. If you can control both lines, then you're sitting pretty for next week's 80-lap event at Daytona. Joseph Causey leads 1 lap before that competition caution.
We'll have to see if he can keep that lead 1 lap before the caution. Will Causey keep it, or will Max Service push Miz to the lead as we see him side by side down the backstretch?
Side by side on the backstretch. Now this is where people, they might treat this as a stage finish or a race finish, if you will. Is anybody going to jump out of line to try to better their position? Greg Holt feels comfortable pushing Joseph forward. Causey now trying to play the Dale Jr. strap, but here comes Miz up the inside. A great push from Max Service. Side by side to the line. Here they come off of turn number 4. Who's going to lead it here? Who's going to lead at the caution? To the line, it's going to be Causey at the line. I believe the caution should come out shortly after. The caution should be coming. And I don't believe there is one right now. I think maybe they're waiting for everybody to slow down. Anyway, I believe the caution should have been called right there. Joseph Causey was leading at the line. We continue on here, working lap 32. Greg Holt giving a shot. Now the caution comes out.
Caution is out on the speedway. Causey takes it at the break. What a side-by-side finish to the stage break that was. That was a great race to the line.
You know, I forgot to mention that he was waiting for all the lead lap vehicles to cycle by the start-finish line. So that's why the caution took so long to come out. He was waiting for Dan Park, the last truck on the lead lap, to cross the line. And when Dan Park crossed the line, race control threw out the yellow. Joseph Causey was leading at the start-finish, but also at the moment of caution. As we work our way to lap 33. Man, that was a wild turn of events for that segment, if you will. We're now into the final 20 laps or so. You're setting yourself up for this run to the checkers. Is it going to be a green flag run to the checkers? Well, you know, we have no idea. But I think these drivers would like it to be. They're probably going to fill to lap 50. But, I mean, if you short fill here, you're pretty much banking on no green white checkers. You know, what do you do at this point?
At this point, I have no idea what these drivers are thinking. It's going to be a mind game, a strategy game. We'll have to find out what these drivers plan to do and what they want to do.
So we work our way here on the high banks at Daytona. Let's take a look at our race info so far. 11 lead changes. We're now working our second caution. This one was a scheduled caution, so I won't count this one against the drivers. Here comes the lap truck there. I believe that is the 75 of Andrew Pratt getting his lap back. And Andrew Pratt, the Pratt Tile and Stone winner, if you will. And Joseph Causey, Jason Miz, that entire posse, they stay out. Max Service, he pits.
Strategy might play here. We'll have to see how that happens.
Well, you know, if we get a lot of green-white checkers here, the drivers who pitted on this caution may be sitting pretty. The drivers who stayed out might be in trouble. But if it goes green to the end, the drivers with less fuel in their trucks who can go maybe a little bit faster on the straightaways, and they got their whole posse up there, they might have something to say about this one. But John Gifford, the first truck off the pit lane. Tommy Gossett still waiting for service. Down and away, James Gilliard comes out in 8th, the second truck off the pit lane. We're going to step aside. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to go side by side here at the Daytona International Speedway. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with now, I guess, the final 15 laps of the Outlaws Sim Series Clash.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Welcome back, race fans, here to the virtual Daytona International Speedway. And the choices have been made, folks. We are getting ready to restart here with 15 laps to go. It is Joseph Causey down low with Jason Miz up high. Christian Converse, Greg Holt, row 2. Joshua Gaff, right, and Andrew Schroeder, row 3. That is that entire group. And then we get to James Gilliard and John Gifford making up row 4. Matthew Setzer, Tommy Gossett, row number 5. And we are getting ready for action to pick back up, business to pick back up here with the final 15 laps of the Outlaws Sim Series Clash. Jason Miz, he was pretty feisty up there. I don't know if he's necessarily working together with these guys or anything like that. Now, I don't know if they're going to also, push Joseph to the win like they did in the playoff race because, most of that group was not in the playoffs and Joseph was. But we'll soon find out anyway. As the iRacing.com pace car will pull off into the safety of pit lane, we are green from Daytona once again. Everybody packed up, but it's Jason Miz to the point on that outside lane. Christian Converse in tow. Causey and Holt down low as they work their way through turn number 4. Still side by side to the line. Here they come to the line. And Jason Miz is trying to lead up here at Daytona. He is going to lead at the line. No, Causey will.
Not quite yet, as we see them go 3 wide. Converse making it 3 wide. Miz trying to get down there, almost a wreck there, but we stay green. And Miz trying to get back to the front, but Causey still leading.
Well, Gilliard is the one jumped out of line on that outside lane. He's got Tommy Gossett in tow, and they're not going to sit around. They're not going to push anybody to the win. They want to go for the win themselves. Now they're going to take it 3 wide for the race lead. Gilliard up high. The push from Tommy Gossett. Miz in the middle with Converse. Down low is Causey and Holt. 3 by 3 to the line. It looks like 2011 all over again with the tandems. And into the wall goes Gilliard. And around he goes. He's going to collect the 47er Schroeder. Schroeder back across the track into Tommy Gossett.
Big lick for Gossett. That's not what Tommy Gossett wanted to happen.
Huge damage. Jesse Adams is torn up all down there. So most of these guys were able to avoid it, but that one was big. And caution on the speedway once again. We'll take a replay and see what happened there to bring out this most recent caution. Only the second caution of the night for incident here at Daytona. Coming off of turn number 4, it looks like there was a little bit of contact between Gilliard and Miz, and they went around, and Tommy Gossett, man, what a hit. And man, Adams nowhere to go to avoid Schroeder. Schroeder's tailgate damaged big time. And Gossett may as well be done, along with potentially Schroeder and Gilliard. We'll take another look and see what happened in this accident. So here they go. They're 3 wide, up in 3 and 4. And, Miz was trying his best to hold that middle line. They were squeezing each other. But here we go. This one's really going to be the kicker here. Gilliard was trying to side draft, a little bit of contact there as Converse and Miz were offline. Big damage there. Actually, Gilliard made it through relatively well. Trying to figure out who that green truck was. I think that was just Schroeder. The one who got the most damage in that. We'll take another look at that. But, wow.
Yeah, and what a wreck that was for these drivers. They were going 3 by 3. They had it well through 3, and then halfway through, just as you see Gilliard gets put in the wall, not on purpose. He tried to side draft and it just did not go well for him.
Not able to see too much of that there, but Schroeder was the green truck that caught the wall after making contact with Gilliard, came back across the track, collected Gossett and Jesse Adams. So a relatively small incident, but a big incident at that. So we'll get back to it here. You'll see what's going on. Up front, pit stops underway, but Kazi, Miz, Holt, Converse, Gaffright, that posse, that group has all stayed out. Doug Solms himself here in the 6th position. So I want to see who we can get a hold of here and potentially talk to this driver of the number 88. We saw him get pushed to the win last season at Daytona. He's leading laps here today. He led at the segment break, but driver of the number 88, Joseph Kazi. Joseph, this race has been working out pretty well in your favor today.
Yeah, we got her pretty taped up, so we're trying to stay out here up front.
That would do it, huh? So you and your group, they were back there in around the teens and mid-20s, and then you all formed up that line in about, the final 5 laps before the competition caution. Talk about how you 5 worked your way forward and got yourselves up to the front.
We got a pretty good setup, so we're all trying to work together. We don't really care who wins this, so we're gonna try to see which one of us will win it. Hopefully one of us will win it, and hopefully we won't get killed.
Well, we are at the point of last season's clash coming to an end, but there's still 10 laps left in this race. What do you expect in these final 10 laps?
More of that 3 wide nonsense that was happening.
Fair enough. All right, Joseph, you seem you elected the inside lane here with your group solidly behind you. But who do you got to shout out? Who do you got to thank for your running so far here at Daytona?
Yeah, you got to thank the mastermind behind the whole deal, Greg Holt behind me. He's the one that helps build all these setups, and we just come out here and we try to give them the feedback, and we get it rolling.
Fair enough. All right, Joseph, we're going to leave you to it. Leading here, we're coming around to 10 laps to go. Best of luck to you, driver. Hopefully we're talking to you on the far side. Trying to work his way down. Driver number 88, Joseph Kazi. And there he is in that Gatorade number 88. And actually, I believe, yep, we're still under the caution period here. So I guess we could have talked to another group of drivers. Maybe the caution was extended. I thought we were on the 1 to green here. So my apologies there. But I believe drivers are doubling up here. Anyway, Jacob, right here, this is the 100-mile mark. This is where the clash came to an end last season. This is where McClune was crossing the line. I had a Stutzman and Gardner, Berger and Thompson and all of them. But here we go, 10 laps longer, 10 laps to go in a non-points event. If you were a betting man, who gets it done?
Oh, I love when we ask these questions here. I'm looking at the 39 truck of Justin T. Miller. He hasn't been in the front all day. I know him personally. He's a really cool guy, and I think if he can find some speed here in the last couple of laps, he might be able to get it done.
I don't know if he'll necessarily get it done, but somebody I think is very capable of getting it done nonetheless, because if you're in the lead draft, you've got a chance. But this driver, the winner of last season's All-Star Open, the 67 of Doug Solms, he's up there on the outside of row number 2. Doug Solms, I say he gets it done tonight. We'll see which one of us, or if either of us are right. It's Daytona. I mean, there's no real way to make sure you pick a winner. There's no real anything to go off of other than hope your driver's in the right spot at the right time. But here we go. Working our way down the back straightaway. Before this restart, the field relatively spread out here. We're coming around to 9 laps to go, actually, for this run to the finish. So that is less than 20. That is 22.5 miles in this run to the finish. Joseph Kazi down low. Christian Converse up high. Greg Holt and Doug Solms, row number 2. Gaffright, John Mickey, row number 3. Seth Fitzpatrick, Justin Miller, row 4, with Max Service there in 8th. Actually, Justin Miller, Devin Smith, the top 10, as the iRacing.com pace vehicle pulls off into the safety of pit lane. We are green once again from Daytona. Nine laps to go here from Daytona. Christian Converse on the outside lane. A huge push from Doug Solms. Christian Converse. Doug Solms, he is taking you to the front. Doug Solms, he's got Seth Fitzpatrick in tow. And now that outside lane actually has more trucks than the inside lane. Now Fitzpatrick jumps out of line. 3 wide now in that second row. Fitzpatrick wants to go for the race lead.
Can he get it done? We've seen what 3 wide prevailed earlier. Prevail the wreck, but will they be able to keep it clean, make it 3 wide, and will Fitzpatrick get to the lead?
Doug Solms backs out of it. He drops down to running order. Now Christian Converse into the sucker hole. He blocks that outside line. Christian Converse back to the lead of the outside line. Fitzpatrick is not lifting, though. Seth Fitzpatrick, he is keeping his foot in it. He says this 19's going forward. He's going around. Seth Fitzpatrick trying to stay in the lead of that outside lane. Gaffright and now Max Service on the inside getting clear. That outside lane fumbles around, trying to figure out what's going to happen up there. Everybody in the wall. There's a truck in the wall, white truck. I believe that is the 69 of John Mickey. Unfortunately, no, that is not. That is the 75 of Andrew Pratt, who caught the wall there. That outside lane could not get formed to save their lives. Everybody files back in line. Now Joseph Causey leads a single file train of about 7 trucks down on the inside line. Greg Holt, now Max Service, jumps out of line. He says, I'm not riding around. He jumps out to the outside of the 27 of Gaffright. He's trying to bring Bothwell up with him. Doug Solms now tries to freight train past Max Service. Nobody jumping out there to help Service. Service trying to keep it up there on his own. Bothwell trying to get up there. Around goes Seth Berger.
Oh, can they save it? Looks like they might have saved it. I can't tell. Yes, they did.
Seth Berger holds on to it, but that's going to really spread out this pack now. That's a big group of trucks out of it. 6 trucks, 7 trucks that potentially had their chances of winning this race eliminated right there. Back up front, Max Service. A great push from Bothwell, but no other help. Bothwell and Service holding strong up high, but there's 3 trucks nose to tail on the inside. Here comes Jason Miz.
Max Service looking for it. He wants to get to the lead. He wants to be able to clear Joseph Causey, so he's in a good position, but it's going to take a lot of pushing from Bothwell to get to the lead.
Joseph Causey still hanging tight on the inside with Greg Holt pushing hard. Seth Fitzpatrick, Jason Miz, and now Devin Smith on the outside. 4 trucks down low, 5 trucks up high. They got to get formed up because there's only 5 laps to go in the Outlaws Sim Series Clash.
Neck and neck these drivers are. It's going to take a lot to get to the lead. Causey out front right now. Will anybody have anything for that 88 truck?
They continue to tick down the laps. Max Service, try as he might. He needs a little bit more help up there. He needs Devin Smith to give that outside lane a little bit more manpower. Brad Bothwell is pushing to the hardest extent of that 31 truck. He is all over the road trying to get that 81 forward.
He wants to be able to get to the lead himself, Bothwell does, but he's got to push that 81 truck if he wants to do anything about it. Will he get there? Getting a little squirrely, but he's going to be pushing that 81 truck really, really hard to get to the lead.
Well, we've pretty much confirmed it. You know, that inside line, they're all working together. That inside line is not breaking up, at least with Causey, Holt, and Gaffright. Everybody else is going to work their way around them. And Service and Bothwell are trying as they might, but there is no other help up there. Solms trying to peek out of line. Or I'm sorry, that's Gaffright trying to peek out of line and do something with it. Now Miz joins the bottom side. And that outside lane is quickly dying. Max Service tries as he might. He can't do anything by himself or only with one other truck. Fitzpatrick trying to come save the day up high. Trying to draft up to Bothwell. Is it going to be enough? 3 laps to go.
Kazi still controlling the field. If you want to get it done, you have to get it done within these last couple laps. If you want to try and get the lead from Kazi, you got to do it now.
Joseph Kazi, Greg Holt, Joshua Gaffright, Jason Miz doing a phenomenal job of staying nose to tail on that inside line, that outside lane, trying to get anything they can working. Devin Smith trying to get up there and push Doug Solms. Solms trying to get up to the back end of Fitzpatrick, but to no avail. Only 3 trucks on the outside lane will not outmuscle 4 on the shorter way around. 5 miles left from the Daytona International Speedway. Does anything have anything for Joseph Kazi?
I don't know if anybody has anything for Kazi, but we'll have to see as we have 2 laps to go and Service getting a little loose. The outside lane not having too much power right now, but it's pushed to the limits. Do anything you can to try and win this clash.
Max Service doing a phenomenal job of holding his lane. Bothwell giving the hardest pushes he has all night, all over the road. Bothwell still trying to push Service forward. He is not lifting. That 81 is going forward or going around. Bothwell is making sure of one of those at least. Joseph Kazi holding it steady on the inside lane. Service and Bothwell pushing their hearts out. Up high, Fitzpatrick trying to tag along. They're on the outside line as they come off of turn number 4. 1 lap to go from the Daytona International Speedway at the line. Kazi barely over Service. What will it be next time by?
Oh, and we see somebody get pushed down to the apron, but he gets back up there. It was Gathright, I believe, that got pushed down to the apron.
Gaffright was able to collect it. Now up high, Service, Bothwell. This is going to be their last-ditch effort. It either goes or it doesn't. Kazi, Holt down low, trying to keep that inside formed up. Now 5 trucks on the inside. Bothwell shoving Service as hard as he can. Is there anything for the line? Now into 3 and 4. Kazi with the advantage over Greg Holt off of turn number 4. Nobody's going to get there. Max is going to try. They're going to wreck behind. Gaffright in the middle, 3 wide. It doesn't matter. There's a truck spinning. It's Joseph Kazi winning the Outlaws Sim Series Clash.
Who would have thought Kazi would win here tonight?
He's going to go around in front of the field. A little action after the checkers. Just everybody pushing to the line. It's Kazi over Holt and Service. What a run to the line. That inside line was just the better line. They were more formed up. They were more organized. The outside lane was patchwork at best. But man, that outside lane was trying. Max Service comes up short. He'll come home in 3rd.
And that was the finish. What a finish it was. You know, we didn't expect to see Kazi up front. You know, they were running in the back, but in that final run, he got to the front. All the posse got to the front, and Kazi was able to come out here tonight and win at Daytona.
Like I said in Joseph's interview under that caution they were way outside the top 10. But they all linked up, and they ran their way forward. Joseph Kazi, Greg Holt, that whole group, phenomenal plan to get their way forward. Joseph Kazi with the win in the Outlaws Clash. Greg Holt coming up to congratulate Joseph as well. And on the front straightaway, celebration time for that 88 camp. Very reminiscent to what we saw last time out at Daytona. And there's Kazi burning it down on the front straightaway.
Yep, and it looks like we'll see all of them burn it down.
Absolutely. So as I guess the team celebrates an exhibition race win. Nonetheless, I think that, this is great dress rehearsal for next week's race. Jason Miz doing burnouts down there as well. I don't know. But everybody, I guess, had a part in getting Causey to a win there. And so Joseph Causey and his posse will celebrate on the front straight away. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with post-race coverage of the Outlaws Sim Series Clash in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We're here from the Daytona International Speedway. Post-race coverage on the far side.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome back, race fans, to the virtual Daytona International Speedway. We're now into post-race coverage of the Outlaws Sim Series Clash from Daytona, and what a wild one out of that. And we have to bring in the man himself and the driver of the number 88, who absolutely just played this race perfectly. We talked to him just a few short moments ago, but Joseph Causey, now that you've got to the checkered flag and now that it's all done, Joseph, you can finally breathe. Joseph, how does it feel getting it done here at Daytona? Once again, the last time you were here at Daytona, you won as well with your posse, if you will.
Yeah, we got it done, man. Freaking that setup was fire. That's all I gotta say. Fire. It had the speed. When Greg got messed up, we decided to swap the roles. I taped it up. Greg got behind me, and we were in it to win it, pretty much. We were just there to win it. We wanted the W. Whoever got it, got it.
Absolutely. So, I mentioned a lot today that today's race could be looked at as, rehearsal for next week's race and all that. What was your game plan, I guess, as a team in that clash? Was it just focus on the clash, or was there any, thinking ahead to next week in tonight's race?
I mean, a part of it was, getting ready for next week. We wanted to see where we stacked up against everybody else. I think we stacked up pretty good. And then we just got to, make it happen next week.
Absolutely. So you started from 18th. You went as low as 22nd. Won today, of course, with 23 laps led in a 50-lap race. You led nearly half the race. Did you expect that coming into today's race?
No, I didn't expect to even lead half the race. We were trying just to hold back out, not to get in the mess that usually ensues of Daytona. So, we got through the first big one, that happened, and it was, some of us got hurt. You seen Miz get hurt. I think Joshua got hurt. I think even Christian got hurt. Even, Greg got it too. I don't know if Schroeder got it, but I know Garrett got taken out. But I mean, we were just seeing how well we was gonna line up. As when we lined up nose to tail, it was all over. We just took off to the front.
Absolutely. I mentioned to you under that, caution flag interview that y'all were back there in the middle of the field and then y'all just shot forward. Do you think that is something y'all can replicate next week?
Pretty sure we can. Like I said, the set's fast. We decided not to qualify because we just didn't want to be up there, just in case something happened at the very beginning. But, I think with those sets showed its speed, hopefully, maybe with we could get a long stretch run of a green flag pit stop and stuff will really show how fast the set is being all together.
Absolutely. All right, Joseph. Well, the winner here tonight for the Outlaw Sim Series Clash and these Gunman trucks. Who do you got to shout out? Who do you got to thank for your race victory tonight?
You got to thank all these guys that are putting it in the performance in sport. Greg for freaking. We were just goofing off earlier, freaking making this setup. He freaking got it all right and whatnot, and we took off.
Absolutely. Well, Joseph, congratulations on the victory here tonight at Daytona. Go celebrate it, but more importantly, prepare for next week's race back here in 1 week's time. Congratulations. Best of luck to you next week and the season, Joseph.
Thank you, Emerson.
Absolutely. And that was our race winner, driver of the number 88, Joseph Causey. And now the other part of that group, and who Joseph claims as the mastermind, driver number 3, Greg Holt. He's standing by with our own Jacob Zala.
And Greg Holt, it was a great run tonight. Couldn't quite get the win, but you pushed Causey to the win. Tell us more about what the plan was with you two.
Well, I mean, crap. There's like 5, 6 of us that are all from like performance sim sports. So we were just gonna try to stick together. And I got some pretty bad left front damage there, avoiding one of the big wreck. I got it fixed, and we just, he was gonna push me, or Christian was gonna push, and we just decided to change it up, and I just put the bumper to him. Wasn't gonna let go.
Well, you got it done tonight. Kazi did get the win. Was there anything more that you could have done to maybe get to the front, or was it just...
No, the damage. I had, like I said, I had 30 seconds of damage on the left front nose, so there was no way I was getting by. I could push like hell, but there was minute somebody would have pulled away from in front of me, and me being the lead pack car, I guarantee we would have dropped like a rock.
Well, it was a great run for you tonight, and then now I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor. If there's anyone you want to shout out, go ahead.
I'd just like thank Adam for putting on Outlaws Sim Series. Thank you guys for doing the broadcast. And just a big shout out to everybody at Performance Sim Sport that puts in the work, man. It's a ton of fun.
All right.
And congrats to Kazi on the W.
All right. Well, great race tonight, Greg, and hopefully we'll see you back up front at Daytona next week for the actual points-paying race. Best of luck to you, and great job tonight, Greg.
Thank you, guys.
And that was driver of the number 3, second place finisher Greg Holt. And now we're going to bring up the man who tried his hardest on that outside lane, but just could not get the manpower behind him to get it done. Max, man, I know you tried your heart out. Could you have done anything differently?
I don't know. I feel like I could have maybe got a little closer with some of the side drafts there, and definitely coming to one to go down the backstretch, I got a little squirrely out of line in front of Brad there and just didn't get the push lined up down the back. That was an opportunity that we threw away there, and it really hurt us because I think we might have been able to get him. We had really, really good runs coming off the corners there. My truck worked really, really good on its own out front. It wasn't a very good pushing truck, but it worked really good in clean air.
Yeah, we saw it coming to the white flag. You were in a photo finish basically with Joseph, and we were expecting that to be replicated next time around. Like you said, the push wasn't lined up on the back straightaway, and at last, none of that could have, come to fruition. But today was just a non-points race, an exhibition race. You look ahead to next week. Was this more or less just practice for next week? Did you learn anything heading into next week, considering, this is probably one of your first open setup truck plate races?
Yeah, I learned a little bit. I learned, I assume I'm running with the exact same setup. I might throw a little bit more tape on it and see if it'll blow up or not. But, I learned a lot with what you can do because it kind of drives super speedway racing how I want to drive super speedway racing with, like, the side drafting and all that. The trucks are still a little swayy in a straight line, and you kind of lose the front end if you're behind somebody too close in the pack, but with like side drafts and stuff, it drives exactly how I want to drive, so it's really easy to understand for me, and super speedway racing isn't exactly my greatest strength, but it certainly plays to my strengths at super speedway racing at least.
Fair enough. That's it. What do you expect going into next week's race for the season opener? More or less the same, or do you expect it to be any different because it's a points paying race, or what do you feel going into next week?
I expect a lot less aggression. We were going pretty hard all race. There was the start of the race we weren't going too hard, but it got aggressive really quick. It's only 50 laps, so you don't have a lot of time to get to the front, and when you get to the front, you just couldn't lose it because track position meant so much, even like when we were wrecking. But the key to that race is just going to be keeping the truck as clean as possible. I had some right front damage there from the first caution, but I had no optionals, and that just let the truck be able to lead, because if you get anything on the front end, you're killed. So you got to have a clean truck, and especially with no fast repairs, you got to make the most of it.
Absolutely. All right, Max. Well, a third place finish here tonight in the Clash at Daytona. Who do you got to shout out? Who do you got to thank for getting it done today and helping you prepare for this upcoming season?
I gotta give a huge shout out to Andrew St. Cor for registering me for this race, because I was at work and was not home in time to be able to register for it, so I would have missed it outside of that. So we're thankful for that, being able to run this race.
Well, hey, fair enough. I guess, you got to thank people who actually, got you here. But nonetheless,
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations, Max, for first making it here, and second getting the third place finish. Congratulations to that. Best of luck to you next week at Daytona for the season opener and the season at that.
Thank you, Emerson.
And that was driver of the number 81, our third place finisher, Max Service. And Jacob, I mean, it was a wild show at that. Not as crazy as yesterday's FTRL race at Talladega, but I'll chalk that up to there's a little bit more room and more lanes, and maybe the trucks are more stable there. I don't know. This was, of course, an open setup race, a non-points race as well, but still a lot of fun. We had, a couple big wrecks, but there was still, that factor. And even though we thought, that inside lane where they were going to, stay glued to one another, there was still that question. Could that outside lane maybe kind of, sort of get up there and put up a fight? Max did at the white flag, just not at the checker. But Jacob, what do you make of that race?
Yeah, it was a fun race to watch, and like you said, that outside lane just couldn't get it done, but now it really shows what's going to happen at the actual points-paying race at Daytona. Maybe we'll see those Joseph Causey posse. Maybe we'll see him up front again. Maybe not. We'll have to find out, but you can tune in next week to find out who will win the Outlaws Sim Series points-paying race at Daytona.
Absolutely. Before we get there, let's wrap up tonight, and we look at the most race results. And Joseph Causey coming up just 2 laps short of leading half the race tonight, and he wasn't even really, the car we were thinking of early, at least. Like he said himself and Holt, they were just chilling at the back. We didn't even necessarily think of them going to, be a force tonight, but man, they showed up there in that second half. And Joseph Causey, of course, with the win over Greg Holt. Max Service, Joshua Gaffright making his return to the series, so coming home in 4th. Brad Bothwell in 5th, Jason Miz 6th, Devin Smith 7th, Doug Solms 8th, Seth Fitzpatrick 9th, and Matthew Setzer in 10th.
In 11th, we have the 75 of Andrew Pratt. In 12th, Joshua Landfox. In 13th, Christian Converse. In 14th, Seth Berger. In 15th, Justin T. Miller. In 16th, Jeremiah Stutzman. In 17th, John Mickey. In 18th, Daniel Park. In 19th, John Gifford. And in 20th, James Gilliard.
We found our way onto the third page of the results, and now we get to a lot of the DNFs tonight. Jesse Adams in that 55 picked up a lot of damage in that wreck, but not as much as Tommy Gossett, who absolutely got mowed over in that one on the front straightaway. Andrew Schroeder, another driver involved in that wreck. Kyle Lingerfeld took a DNF there in 24th. Eric Peck 25th, along with Kevin Thompson 26th. Joshua Balliet in the first caution of the night there in 27th with Matt Rogers. John Binder 29th, and Joshua McClune, last year's Clash winner, comes home in 30th. And onto the final page, Jeremy C. Poole in 31st, Farron Elam Jr. in 32nd, Randall Barnett 33rd, and Garrett Velzy rounding out the field there in 34th. So, the channel's going to stay active in the coming days. Of course, tomorrow we usually broadcast the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW. That is not the case. They have an off week this week. However, we are broadcasting the MSRA National Series. Their nationwide, wow, what a throwback. Their Xfinity Series, if you will. That's at Road America, the 4.0 for a great American circuit out in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. That's Friday night at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. I cannot wait for that show. I love that track. Then we flip the page next week, Monday night at the Fairbury Speedway. The BRP Pro Dirt Late Model Season 2 Tour continues their action at Fairbury, 8 p.m. Eastern Monday night. You're not going to want to miss your dirt action, your dirt racing fix on Monday night. And Nork is back after their 1 week vacation into the second half of the season. Tuesday night, 6:40 p.m. Eastern, the Talladega Duels, 30 laps apiece. For those drivers, no pit stops, 30 laps of solid running, 4 points in that Nork Championship. And next Wednesday night, the Outlaws Sim Series with their points race debut here at the Daytona International Speedway. 1 week time, 80 laps in these NASCAR Camping World Truck Series vehicles. It will be a fun show. And Jacob, where can all these people catch up with all the action of all of the series here on PitStop TV?
Follow us on Facebook at /PitStop TV, on Instagram at /pits_stop_TV, on Twitter /PitStop TV_, and on YouTube at /PitStop TV1.
Of course, all the social media links there on the bottom of your screen. And also, if you're watching with us on Twitch, our Twitch is at twitch.tv/pit_stop_TV. But that's going to do it here from the Daytona International Speedway. We thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast, and we hope you enjoyed. For all of us at PitStop TV, Jacob Zala, along with me on mic, our new PitStop TV colleague, Vincent Cortez, rocking the social media coverage tonight. My name is Emerson Arden. Wish you all a very, very happy good night. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay cool. It has gotten very hot here, especially in the north. Y'all are in a heat wave right now. Here in Texas, it has been just raining. We have not felt the heat as much, but we'll try to stay dry over here. But everybody stay safe. We'll see y'all next Wednesday night for the Outlaws Sim Series Daytona season opener, or this Friday night for the MSRA National Series at Road America.